yeah, Dad, you went on national TV and told the whole world your mother was a prostitute, you know. But I said, by me doing that, that might give inspiration to another kid who's out there now, whose mother's a prostitute, his father's a crackhead or a drug addict. I took lessons. It was a little church over here, right out the center. And the priest used to play sax, and I used to walk past him, and it used to sound, you know, so good. So I asked him to teach me to play sax, and he said, you got to learn clarinet first.
But I admire Leo because he made it. And he has made it through all that, you know, his brother and sister didn't make it. But he made it. He survived. And what I like about it is that he's willing to come back and try to save someone else in this community or wherever he is.
My name is Anna Marie Bray, and I was a friend of Leo's mother, and we were together mostly every day of our lives.
Leo's carrying the torch, but you've heard the history on Leo. He's come from, shall we say, nothing to something and much more.
I picked him up and took him to the sink and washed him off and carried him up Fulton Street to my residency and laid him on the bed with my son and my daughter. And he became my child.
I think that we can change this town and make it what it once was, and even better, even greater.
Now he's here. He's accomplished a lot, but he crawled a lot before he got to where he's at. And I'm proud of him. I can't express the feeling, but I know the joy is down in my soul for him.
Well, I'm born and raised on the hill, and I have a saying that all roads lead to the hill, and I believe that's true in our city and in our county.
It is necessary, not only for the African American community, but for everybody in this county, in this city, to pitch in whatever way to try to stop this carnage.
I've been shot. That's no fun. In 1982, I was robbed. Christmas Eve, 1982. I was shot in my chest, in my arm, both legs. The young man's, he had a MAC-10. I guess it hold about 50 bullets, and it had jammed on it, and then he pistol whipped me.
You know, I often say that times have not changed, that people have changed. Those of us of this generation for whatever reason, do not have the sense of pride that the previous generation had. They don't seem to have that sense of caring.
The one thing that I think is so missing in the lives of our youth and our families is our history.
We were taught to believe that all things were possible.
To have a dream, you have to focus on that dream and don't let anything get in your way of the dream, and that there's somebody willing to help you. You understand what I'm saying? There's somebody willing to help you if you want help.
And I think what we have to do is look to the future. What should be the new Hill? How do we shape it? How do we become a part of it? And then one day we'll wake up and the new Hill will be a reality.
When I was growing up, there was always something for us to do. That's what keeps you out of trouble. And the parents have to get together and get their kids into things like the Boy Scouts, the Cub Scouts, get them into activities, get them to do things, don't have them sitting around idle.
But it was just so absolutely beautiful with all the clubs and the stores. It was self-sustaining. The Roosevelt Theater, the Granada Theater, and there was just so much to do in the Hill.
This is the New Granada Theater, where I witnessed as a child the greats, Count Basie, John Coltrane, Miles Davis, who all performed here at the New Granada Theater. I remember when the new Twist movies would come out and we would jump on the stage and dance to the movies. This place brings back a lot of memories, and a lot of the greatness in the jazz field and R&B field performed right here at the New Granada Theater. In its heyday, it was a mecca, a rival, and on a level of those in Small's Paradise in New York, and also some of the finer clubs in Los Angeles. As a young child, I would sit in the front row, second row, and dream that one day that I could play with Miles Davis and John Coltrane. But it seems like almost like a time warp. And standing here now, 40 years later, I can almost close my eyes and hear Miles Davis playing.
I work for the Pittsburgh Public Schools, and what I've noticed about young people in the schools is that you may have 3 generations of family members under 50 years of age. You may have a grandmother that's 50, she may have had a child when she was 15 or 20, and her daughter may have had a child when she was 15 or 16. She may have 3 generations, and each one is raising the other without any real support. So not one of them know how to raise each other, and they're just learning as they go, or they're trying the best they can. But you find they're all within the same mode. The mother and the daughter are competing with each other for attention, for sometimes the same men. They're dressing similarly, and so you don't have that mother figure, that mother role that's out there to provide that particular guidance that a child needs, and that is so important. That is so important in their life.
Gone so soon. Waking up, listening to the news, another brother shot, or what should we do? Another young person taken out of the game, watching our community being shattered. What a shame. Another mother's heart broken while she escorts her son to an early grave. Where has our love gone wrong? Why must our young be turned on to the thug life, the drug life? Now families left all alone. Another young man shot down to the ground. Many opportunities he faced, while others sit back and frown. My brother, you have gone to the safest place that all of us dream of someday. Too young to go, a family at loss. Payback's a must, but is it really worth the cause? An innocent child, his mother now suffers, proud of her son that lays 6 feet under. When will this foolish game end? Let's now pull together and defend our young brothers, our young sisters, gone so soon. Peace.
When I listened to the sister's poem that she cited earlier, it just compels me to want to do more to stop the gang violence. But how can we do that? You know, I say everybody needs to stand up and be counted. We need the comforter to disturb and disturb the comfort.
Well, I feel that we need to put a stop to all the gang violence and things like that that's still going on. That was back in the days and they're still going on right now. I think that the kids, like from 8 years old, they have gang violence in them too. I think it started at home first because what they see their dad and their uncle and their big brother doing, that they're gonna follow behind.
If I could reach at least one person, I know that I have reached 1,000.
I admire Leo because he made it.
And I think he could be called M-A-N because he's done it. And he did it by himself.
I made it, so you can make it. And I want to help you find your way.
We were taught about the importance of self-pride. You can't have race pride, neighborhood pride, nation pride without having self-pride. In order for the hill to come back, those of us who live here, it's very difficult to talk about those who have left, but those who live here must have a sense of pride in their community.
Was blind.